Poor people who ended up becoming rich? What happened? I grew up in a rough neighborhood where getting ahead felt impossible. My parents lived paycheck to paycheck, and most weeks we were just trying to keep the lights on. When I turned 16, I started working at a local diner to help with rent and bills. It was exhausting, and it felt like my life was already stuck on repeat. One night after my shift, I was taking out the trash and noticed a leather wallet in the parking lot. I picked it up, hoping maybe there was a little cash inside. Instead, I found a few $100s and several credit cards. To me, that money felt huge. It could have helped my family for weeks. Then I saw the ID. It belonged to Mr. Thompson, an older man who came into the diner all the time. I knew him well. He always talked about his late wife and how hard things had been since she passed. I stood there for a long time, arguing with myself. I really needed the money, but I knew it wasn't mine. In the end, I returned the wallet. When I handed it to him, he started crying. He told me that money was saved for his wife's memorial service. I walked away feeling proud, but also scared because my situation hadn't changed. About a week later, Mr. Thompson came back to the diner and asked if he could talk to me. He told me he owned a small construction company and wanted to offer me a job as a helper. He said my honesty showed I could be trusted. I didn't know anything about construction, but I accepted. The work was hard, and at first I felt completely out of place. I made mistakes and had to learn everything from scratch. Over time, though, I worked my way up. I showed up early, stayed late, and slowly took on more responsibility. A few years later, Mr. Thompson passed away. We were all shocked and sad. Not long after, a lawyer contacted me and said Mr. Thompson had mentioned me in his will. He left me ownership of the company, along with instructions to keep experienced managers in place. In a letter, he wrote that my honesty and work ethic convinced him I was the right person to carry it on.